Every act of eating, breathing, moving, and resting is a silent prayer. Cayce said the body is a living laboratory of the Creator's forces. Within it, the spirit experiments with matter. To keep the laboratory pure, 3 laws must remain in harmony: assimilation, elimination, and circulation. Assimilation means drawing life into ourselves, not only through food, but through thoughts, emotions, and purpose. Elimination means letting go of what the body and soul no longer need. Circulation means movement, the continuous rhythm that keeps everything alive. Cayce often said the secret of health lies in elimination. When the body fails to release its wastes, the mind becomes foggy, the skin dull, the heart heavy. But when elimination flows through the bowels, the skin, the breath, and the kidneys, the inner light brightens, the mind clears, and joy naturally returns. He urged people to drink pure water, to walk daily, and to sweat, even gently, to keep the life currents open. Then comes assimilation. Cayce warned that food eaten in haste or resentment carries little vitality. But when received in peace and gratitude, the same food becomes medicine. He advised, never eat when angry or tired. Rest first, pray, give thanks, and then partake. A moment of blessing before meals invites the body to open its doors to the life force within food. He preferred fresh fruits and vegetables that had absorbed the sun directly from the field. He encouraged whole grains, fish and fowl in moderation, and very little red meat or pork. He warned against combining grains and citrus in the same meal, for one digests best in acid, the other in alkaline, and together they fight within the stomach. Milk, he said, is good when pure, but should not accompany grain or citrus. Eat what grows in your climate, in its season, he told one woman, because nature provides what the body needs when it is needed. How we eat mattered even more than what we eat. Cayce said, chew the food until it becomes liquid. Allow saliva to begin the digestion. Liquids, too, should be sipped slowly, almost chewed, so they mix with the body's secretions. And never flood the stomach by drinking large amounts during a meal, for that quenches the fire that transforms matter into energy. Before eating, drink a small glass of water to awaken the medicine chest of the liver and kidneys. Then eat calmly, gratefully, and stop when you are comfortable, not full. He reminded us that it is worse to worry over what you eat than to eat what you worry about. Peace digests everything. Cayce spoke often of the alkaline body, the state of health where the blood carries more oxygen and light. He said, no infection can take hold in an alkaline system. Fruits like oranges and lemons, though sour to taste, become alkaline after digestion. Leafy greens, root vegetables, and almonds keep the body in that harmony. Refined sugar, heavy fats, and excessive coffee tip the balance toward acidity, where fatigue, irritability, and disease can breed. Yet again, moderation was his key. A slice of cake now and then harms no one, but self-condemnation harms the soul. When it came to movement, Cayce insisted that activity was sacred. The body was designed for motion. Keep it alive through use, he said. Movement circulates the blood and drives the lymph, the silent river that carries away the wastes of living. Walk after dinner, even a half-mile. Stretch the arms upon waking. Breathe deeply, holding the breath for a moment of gratitude before releasing it. These simple rhythms align the nervous systems and awaken the glandular centers he called temples of energy. He praised swimming, gentle calisthenics, gardening, and massage, each one a form of prayer through motion. He taught that recreation was as necessary as exercise. Play, laughter, and time in nature are not luxuries but medicine for the soul. A day in the sun, a song, a shared smile. These release tension better than any tonic. Make thy recreation creative, he advised. Let it bring joy to others as well as thyself. Even simple hobbies, when done with love, keep the body young. Then the art of rest. Cayce called sleep the shadow of death, not in fear, but in reverence for what the soul accomplishes while the body lies still. During sleep, the spiritual forces repair the tissues, balance the nerves, and weave the day's experience into wisdom. He advised sleeping with the head toward the north or east, for the magnetic currents of the earth align with the body's own poles. Keep the air moving gently, the room dark, and the mind free of turmoil. Before closing your eyes, forgive. Release all judgments and unfinished thoughts. Then whisper to the body, rest, relax, release. It will obey, for the soul is listening. Cayce even approved of short naps, especially for those doing heavy mental or spiritual work. But he warned, rest is not idleness. Rest means cooperating with the divine process of renewal. Sleep with a prayer, and you will wake inspired. He also said, don't use the bed for worry or resentment. Make it an altar of peace. Ultimately, Cayce's rule for every rhythm of life was moderation. Moderation in all things, spirit, mind, and body, keeps the balance of life. He cautioned against extremes in diet, exercise, fasting, or discipline. Too much zeal can unbalance the nervous system, just as surely as neglect can weaken it. Balance is the law of life. He once told a man seeking longevity, if thou wouldst live long, live well. Be useful, cheerful, moderate, and ever mindful that the body is only the servant of the soul. The secret to rejuvenation, he said, is not hidden in exotic diets or mystical formulas, but in daily cooperation with divine order, eating for vitality, moving for circulation, and resting for regeneration. Cayce saw the body as the outward reflection of the inner life. When we are grateful, our digestion improves. When we forgive, our blood flows more freely. When we love, our cells literally vibrate at a higher rate. He said, spirit is the life, mind is the builder, and the physical is the result. To heal the result, one must begin with the builder. So as you prepare your next meal, take a breath. Let gratitude season it. As you move through your day, walk as if your steps were prayers. And when you rest, rest in the knowledge that spirit is rebuilding you cell by cell. If these reminders help you treat your body as the living temple it was meant to be, remember to like this video and subscribe to Mystic Podcast Cruise so you don't miss Part 4, How to Rejuvenate the Body and Awaken the Light Within.